Good morning, everyone. Jalapeno Gal back with another adult coloring book review. This is Alice's Adventure in Wonderland, and I think it's primarily found in the UK, but I got this off Amazon, I think for $10 or $11, and I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult to find. I'll put a link down in the description box for you guys, and you might have to, go to another seller to find it, because some of them are out of print, out of stock, and whatnot. So I'll put that there because when you just type this in the search engine on Amazon, it doesn't pop up anymore. So this is Macmillan's Alice 150 Years. It's a really nice cover. It's slick, it's shiny. If you're going to color it, I would definitely use markers and let it dry so you don't smear it. It's a relatively thick book. You can see the binding there. Get out of that light. There it is. You can see the binding. It seems to be, kind of glued together in some areas, but it's a really nice book. When you pull it open, you can see there it's £10 in the UK. Now, what's different about this book is that it's actually a storybook on Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, as well as a coloring book. So it's not just your typical, page after page. It is double-sided pages, and the paper is a heavy weight paper. It's not just, computer paper. It's really nice and heavy. This particular book I bought because my daughter's favorite movie is Alice in Wonderland, and she is 16, so she's got some time to go before she has babies. But my thoughts behind this one are to color it and give to her, so she has this to read to my grandchild that she hopefully has 10 years from now. Most of my interviews that I do, I use every kind of medium and test every kind of medium, but I didn't do that with this. I'm not going to test the Sharpies and the Big Markets and the alcohol-based markers, because I want this to be a nice book. I don't want to have bleed throughs and whatnot. So I'm going to, kind of run you through the pages and tell you what I've used. So this is page 1. This fold-out page is the shiny material. I don't think that color pencils would work very well. I think you would have to use some kind of Sharpie for this, or alcohol-based marker, and of course you wouldn't have to worry about bleed through because it's like cardboard or poster board. Now on this front page I used gel pens. I'm not sure if you can see that, so it's kind of shiny and shimmery on the Alice's part, and everything else I used fine liners or Prisma color pencils. Mixed mediums here, the yellows are in Prisma color, the reds are in fine liners, and the fine liners really don't bleed. I have not noticed them bleeding at all. I'll get to the kind I use here in a minute. Now on this first page, I have to warn you, it is glued to the cardboard cover. It's not bound like the rest of these pages are. So when you get to where you're coloring here, you have to be really careful and not push hard, because you're going to push right through that piece of paper. And I made that mistake not realizing it, and it's not too noticeable, but I'm OCD enough to where it really bothers me. But it's not that noticeable. So if you get the book, just pay attention to that right there. You've got that gap, so you want to be real careful when you get close to it, but it's not anywhere else in the book. It's just that first page. So it's not really that big of a hindrance. Now, this one right here, I actually drew that rose in there. It was just blank, and if you see on the cover, that's actually that same picture, and it has the rose. And in this picture it didn't, so I went ahead and just drew that in there. But then on the second page, the background came in black. I did not color that. Everything on here was pretty much white, and I have colored it. I used, on the words, I used a metallic marker. So I was going for the gold like on the cover, but of course I don't have any markers like that, so I just used the gold metallic marker for that, and for these little ones right here. The pink, I used a gel pen, and I will tell you that it was a brand new gel pen. It was a Tech Writer gel pen, and it used the entire gel pen. And mind you, I went over it twice. So, if you went over it once, it probably wouldn't use it, but I went over it twice because I wanted the solid dark look. I didn't want any sketchy lines that sometimes gel pens leave. I used gel pens for the crown. I don't know if you can tell how shimmery that is, but and I used Prisma colors on her dress and hair and on the teapots and, you know, whatnot, the cards. It turned out to be really good, and you can see that it didn't bleed through on the back. Now this area right here baffles me. I'm not real sure what that is, or maybe it was something that was on the page that I had behind it protecting these back pages, but if you look, like right here, right here is where the red is. If you come here on the back, it's green. It's a green teapot. It's not in the same area. It's hard to tell, but it's not this gel pen. It's red. This is red, and it's not the gel pen. It did not bleed through because that's on the green teapot. So if you're going to use a divider between each pages to protect the pages, make sure there's no coloring on that divider cardstock. Really fantastic artwork. I'll go through some of these pages and show you guys. Now, this was one thing that irritated me just a little bit, but not enough to turn me off. This is the same image that's on the front and on the first page, only it's blown up. So, I mean, that's not a bad thing. Probably actually color a little faster because you don't have to recreate the shadows and whatnot. These are the original illustrations from Alice in Wonderland, not the Disney illustrations. It's pretty amazing. Painting the roses red. Let's see. I really like this book. And I think this is going to be the first book I do page for page in order. Make sure I get it all done and don't get bored. But again, background's black. Oh, and the book does lay open nicely. So, I mean, there's not too many places where it goes into the binding, but it lays open nice so that you can get right up there to the edge with no issues, no problems. You can see that it lays open. You don't have to, you know, hold it down. Again, it's nice thick cardstock. Let's see if I can go through this a little faster. Oh, there's the caterpillar we all love. Really nice artwork. I like that areas are shaded in with the pen because it kind of gives you a guide as to where you should color darker, where the shadows would fall. Fish footman. And it's pretty big. It's not a tiny little book. Oops. Tea party. She looks kind of mad there, didn't she? As far as I can tell, that's the only place where Alice looks the same. It's on those two pages. So, like I said, it's not that much to really matter. But I'm enjoying this book. And there's the story behind the illustrations for Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. And the back cover is the same as the front. It's like poster board, the shiny side of the poster board. And same with the back cover. So now I'm going to touch a little bit on the mediums that I've used so far. These are the Stabilo 88s fine liners. Let's see if you can see that. And I think they have 30 colors, and then they have like a 6-pack of neon colors. These run about $30, and they come in like this nifty little roll-up case. These are my Prisma colors. I use for my sharpener, and a lot of people question sharpeners with Prisma colors. This is a KUM sharpener. It's made in Germany, and it is literally the best sharpener I've ever used, and the blades are replaceable. You can buy new blades for it. I've also used the Staedtler fine liners, which I've come to fall in love with, especially the way the case works. You can do like this to close it, or you can do like this to make it like an easel. Let's see. It clips through. And these are fine liners as well. So tiny, tiny, tiny. And these, they don't bleed through. Neither one of these fine liners bleed through as long as you don't saturate. You don't want to color over the same spot like over and over, because no matter what paper you use, if you saturate it with the fine liner, it's going to kind of bleed through a little bit. But these actually come in, I want to say 30 different colors, maybe 20. They have like a big pack that you can buy, and all of them come in these easel these plastic easel cases for easy carrying, or they have smaller, let me look, let's see if I can show you guys this. They do have smaller packs as well. I want to say I paid $5 or $6 for this smaller one, which comes with 6 colors. Let's see. The only different color that comes in here that I can tell is the gray, which doesn't come in the 10 pack. Yeah, I think that's it. The gray comes in here, and it doesn't come in that. But I'm sure if you bought the big pack, that it would come in there, no problem. I think that 10 pack was like, normally I think it was like $15, but I had like a 40% off coupon at Michael's, so utilize those when you buy fine liners. These are the gel pens that I use. I got that set at Costco for $20, and they're Tech Writers, and I really like them. They're actually the first set of gel pens that I've ever used. Let's see, Tech Writers, and they come in. Now you might ask about the multiple colors. There is multiple colors of the same ones, especially ones that are used the most. The difference in this is that you've got your flat, even though there's some of the same colors, you've got your flat color with no glitters, you've got your metallics, and then you've got your colors that are the same as these but are glittery and shimmery. So yes, there's multiple colors, but they do different things: metallic, glitter, and flat. So that's a plus if you're you know, wanting some areas to shine and some that don't shine. Multiple colors of black, blues, pinks, you know, some of the basic colors that are used the most. I'm really satisfied with it. I really love it. And I've also used the Jelly Roll pencils, gel pens, and these are great, fantastic. You can buy them open stock at Michael's, so you can pick which colors if you run out, or you can buy big packages. I know Binders Art Supply in Atlanta has a 99 count set of jelly rolls, or 100 for like $90, which is kind of expensive, but if you're really into the jelly rolls or gel pens, then that's a good deal. And it comes in a nifty little plastic box. So again, this is a review on Alice's Adventure in Wonderland, and if you like, you know, I don't think this can make a better gift from a colorist. If you love to color, you know, for your child or your grandchild. It's a story and the coloring book, thick pages, no issues. Again, I haven't tried Sharpies, haven't tried Bics, haven't tried Prismacolors or Copics because I don't want the bleed through. So that's up to you. Check out the description box. I'll have links to all of these pens that I use, and I'll have a link to this particular book. And I hope you come back. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button down low. I do these all the time. I do reviews on all these different coloring books, so you can check out all the pages and, you know, the different types of mediums that you can use on the book. So you guys have fun. Color away.